Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We are going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this from Smoke. Crypto adoption is coming. The largest investment banks in the world are rolling out crypto services and investing in crypto companies. JP Morgan, BNY Mellon, Goldman Sachs, they all foresee global adoption in the immediate future. From consumers to financial institutions, the world is getting ready to use crypto as money. Like I'm always telling you, you might not get the big announcements, but adoption is always pushing forward. Crypto is a growing market worldwide. 300 to 500 million people, as many as 10% of the world's internet users, now own and use crypto. This is a 275% increase between 2021 and 2022, and 350% increased between 2022 and 2023, and 520% increased between 2023 and 2024. So you could sit there and look at the price of XRP and complain about the price, but once mass adoption happens, once adoption continues to push forward, eventually the price of XRP is going to go with it. Now, we all know that the Ripple versus SEC case had to happen. They needed to slow Ripple down. And at the same time, we also gained clarity for XRP, which was a huge win for XRP holders. We still have not seen the value come from that yet. But this comes from Mr. Mann. This conversation by Harvard legal team was getting hot and divulges that they had known about the Ripple versus SEC case in 2019. That's possibly a year prior to the actual case. What's even more interesting is the fact that the video ends abruptly when he is speaking. Take a listen.
I think kind of more specific, but I think in 2019 or within the probably next 2 years or so, there's going to be a case, going to be a test case of whether or not, like the application of Howey to legitimate non-fraud token sales and token projects that are legitimate use cases that's not in question, and whether or not how these steps apply. And so far, we've had a lot of guidance, a lot of statements, a lot of settlements against small projects that weren't really doing much. But noticeably, there has not been any of the key projects that we talk about a lot and which everyone knows. None of them have been signed up to any of these regulatory regimes. They're still in this gray area. And
So did Harvard already know that the Ripple versus SEC case was going to happen, or was he speculating? I think they knew all along. And they know what Ripple and XRP is capable of, because Harvard teaches XRP and Ripple in the classroom. They also teach about Stellar and XLM. And a Harvard degree is not cheap. So if they're teaching it, they know it's the future. Now, there's a lot of talk about the buyback once again, and a lot of people referenced me on this today. So Ripple does not hold funds or interface with customers who are sending funds. XRP is used as an FX tool between the financial institutions. Retail payment customers will never own, hold, or transact in XRP as part of the on-demand liquidity product experience. But they're not saying you can't own or hold XRP. They're just saying you cannot own or hold it when it comes to on-demand liquidity product experience. We're not going to be using it for on-demand liquidity at a retail level, is what they're saying. And you know, I am not a fan of the buyback at all. I don't even believe that it will ever happen. So the XRP buyback is the hardest thing around XRP for me to believe, and there are multiple reasons why. Number one, David Schwartz called it a scam because people want to custody your XRP for you. Remember, James Valley wanted you to send him your XRP so he could custody it for you? I would never allow someone other than myself hold my XRP. 2, they could buy XRP right now while it's dirt cheap. If the Fed wanted it, they could just buy up all they want. They could buy the entire supply if they wanted to. 3, people will be selling at different price points from $1 to $100 and beyond. So as retail is selling, the institutions are going to be buying, including the Fed. They could just buy it up then at much cheaper prices. It would need to be a global event, and this seems to be a US only narrative where the Fed will be the one buying it. So what are XRP holders in, let's say, Europe supposed to do? Are they supposed to rely on Christine Lagarde at the European Central Bank to buy back their XRP? This seems to be just a US narrative. So anybody outside the US would be selling their XRP at cheaper prices. They would be selling it on the exchanges while the Fed is buying back our XRP for $50,000 per XRP. You see, it doesn't make sense. And the price points have changed multiple times. It went from $27,500 to $35,750 to $122,000. And I think the last one was like $512,000 per XRP. Come on, where does the price point stop? Now, my honest opinion is this. We will see a high-priced XRP. Most likely a short-term price of $100. Long-term, who knows? 4 or 5 digits maybe? But let's be real. A buyback would not be a good idea anyway when there are passive income options. Passive income is generational wealth. Never selling, just passing it down to your children, and so on. And I used Molly Elmore's infographic right here. And I even told her I don't agree with her. Her content, she puts out great content. I just don't agree with this. And you know, I told her right out, this created a narrative that people 100% believe that there is going to be a buyback. There's people out there holding 50 XRP thinking that the Fed's going to come and buy it up at $122,000 per XRP. I'm just not seeing it happen. The best advice I could give you is this. You know, if you could afford to buy XRP, continue buying it while it's at cheap prices, because every little bit that you buy is one step closer to financial freedom. World Economic Forum founder Klaus Schwab told delegates at a conference in China that humanity needs to be forced into a collaboration with globalist entities. Schwab stated that in order to drive the fourth industrial revolution forward, elites must aggressively drive their agenda home. Schwab, the architect of the Great Reset, has in recent years said that he sees a transition into a new age where there will be fusion of our physical, our digital, and our biological dimensions in a new world. And I said, this is the World Economic Forum founder talking to Chinese leaders about the fourth industrial revolution and the rise of AI. Remind me again who sits on the board at the World Economic Forum. That's right, Brad Garlinghouse. And while he is talking about the rapid rise of technology, who do you think he is talking to China about when it comes to cross-border payments? Bitcoin? I don't think so. Everything leads to XRP. Invest with the elites or get left behind. Your choice. And Rusty Shackelford pointed out Garlinghouse's wife is a BNY Mellon heiress. That's the oldest bank in New York. And New York is, in general, the financial aorta of America. It's going to be so exciting to see the hockey stick value shoot up very soon. And I said, it's all connected. And everybody thinks that these countries are fighting with each other. But I think it's just one big charade. I think everything is building out in the background, and we are going to see a new financial system very soon. Now, the fourth industrial revolution is going to change everything about our society, our economy, the way we live, the way we interact with each other. This is Tony Blair, another World Economic Forum young global leader. Take a listen to what he says right here.
I am constantly saying to my own party, Labour Party, which will probably win this election, you've got to focus on this technology revolution. It's not an afterthought. It's the single biggest thing that's happening in the world today of a real world nature that is going to change everything. Leave aside all the geopolitics and the conflicts and war and America, China, all the rest of it. This revolution is going to change everything about our society, our economy, the way we live, the way we interact with each other. I think we're living through a period of massive change, right? This is the biggest technological change since the Industrial Revolution, for sure. How do you use it to transform healthcare, education, the way government functions? How do you help educate the private sector as to how they can embrace AI in order to improve productivity? I mean, this is a huge agenda for a government and a really exciting one. People get a bit depressed about being in politics because you get all this criticism. People certainly in the West feel society's not changing fast enough and well.
What I think is actually going on is the fourth industrial revolution is pushing ahead, and you see it gaining momentum at the same time. But on the mainstream media news, they want you to believe that all these countries are not getting along. But I think everything that we see is a distraction from the much bigger event that's taking place. And that much bigger event is the fourth industrial revolution. The good thing is we are invested in it by investing in XRP and the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies. This comes from Cyprus. Tell me this BMW PDF doesn't look like Terminator. People keep telling me this stuff is a joke. Watch these Hollywood movies keep becoming a reality. And I said, I've been saying this for years. Movies are the early warning of what's coming. And you could see it because over time, we would see something in a movie, then you would see it in reality. Very important to own some before transition. If you don't, you have no freedom to enjoy life or the cool technology. You need XRP more than you think. Robots can't take your job if you're already retired. XRP. And it's true. That's why I'm always urging you to not fall into the FUD, not get shaken out. This is your once in a lifetime opportunity to get rich off of this. It's going to happen whether we like it or not. You might as well capitalize on it while you still can. Who agrees? When you buy from a small business, you're not helping a CEO buy a third holiday home. You're helping a little girl get dance lessons, a little boy his team jersey. Moms and dads put food on the table. Shop local. I try to shop local as much as I possibly can. I love small diners. I will always visit a small diner when I can. Because, when you walk in, even like the local convenience store, you walk in, the guy knows your name. You buy coffee. It's better than Dunkin's coffee 99% of the time, or Starbucks. That's what I like about shopping local. Even the local hardware store, it's better than Lowe's. And, the big corporations that pushed all the small businesses out, sure, they just keep getting bigger and bigger as time goes on. But most people would rather see a small business than a big corporation. And, that's why there's the Amazons of the world and the Walmarts, because they used money to push the little guy out. And, once XRP takes off, I plan on helping small businesses more and more as we push forward. Because once all the small businesses are gone, You're going to be left with is corporate America. And, you see BlackRock right now, what's going to happen there. They're going to tokenize all the real estate that they possibly can. And people are going to become lifelong renters in the future. Nobody's going to own anything, and they're supposed to be happy. But they're going to own nothing, and they're not going to be happy either. And, that's the future they have in store for people. And that's why I always said, you have to get rich while you still can. It's more important to continue buying your XRP now at cheap prices more than ever. This is the time where millionaires are made, when XRP is sitting at such low prices. Because right now, you could almost get 3 for $1. It's that cheap. There's going to come a day where you're going to look back and say, I could have bought so much XRP when it was sitting at 42 cents. I could have bought so much XRP when it was sitting at 50 cents. There's going to be people in the future just getting into crypto, and XRP is going to be at $10 plus, and they're going to be wishing that they would have bought at this time right now. What I'm telling you is, don't have any regrets once XRP takes off. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.